guys, it's Sarah, and today I have a little bit of a TBR to show you. So this is going to be books that I want to concentrate on for a readathon that's coming up in the first 2 weeks of August, and it's called the Unhaulathon. And this is being hosted by Dylan at Dylan Reader 5, I believe his name is, Karen, and Brittany. And I will leave all of their BookTube channel links down below if you guys want to go and check them out. But this is basically a readathon that is very chill, very relaxed. There's no Twitter sprints, there's no challenges. You know, it's just something to get you thinking about some of your older books that you have on your shelves and start to read those. And I will leave a link to the Twitter page down below as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm definitely choosing books that I feel like I can read, and then I will probably be good to pass on after that, because I am trying to unhaul some books. But most of the books that I own, I am really genuinely excited to read, and so I don't want to unhaul them before reading them. So these books, I think I will enjoy them when I read them, but I'm not going to want to keep them forever. As I was going through my shelves, I was really looking for older books. So books that I have owned at least since we have lived in New Mexico. We're military, so we move around a lot, and we've been in New Mexico for 3 years now. And I still have books on my shelves that I bought when we were at our last station, which was Tucson, Arizona. So I have a lot of books from there because they had an amazing used bookstore called Bookman's, and I was a frequent shopper there. So I still have some books that I bought there. Not all of them are from there. There's a couple that, you know, I've gotten other places, or there's even one that I bought here, but it was when we first moved here. So I was trying to get a good mix of things, and then I even have one book from college. So I picked 7 books, and these are just 7 books I'm going to keep on my nightstand and try to work my way through them the first 2 weeks of August. The first one is The Killing Floor by Lee Child. This is the first book in the Jack Reacher series, which I've heard very, very good things about. And these are what the movies are based off of. There's been 2 Jack Reacher movies with Tom Cruise in them, and he is based off the character from this series. So I really wanted to give the first one a read and see what I think, see if it's a series that I really want to get into, but I really have heard just great things about it. So I had picked up the first one when we lived in Tucson. So it's been sitting on my shelf for more than 3 years. So it's one I really want to get to. This is a mass market paperback, but I don't know when this started, but this is taller than a regular mass market paperback, and it's actually floppy. Like, the spine is broken, at least in one spot here, because I bought this used, but yeah, it's pretty good. So I don't know when they started making like these taller mass market paperbacks, but I'm kind of digging them. All right, this next one is a book that I bought in college. I'm 38. So I've had it for almost 20 years. So that's The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I think I got this after taking an English literature course where we read some poetry and stuff like that, and Sylvia Plath was a big person that we talked about, and so it made me want to buy this book, and it's probably one of her most famous, and I believe this follows a woman named Esther, and she is going through a psychotic break, and you're kind of a part of that and watching her go through that. So I've heard wonderful things, so we'll see. But yeah, college, bought it in college. This next one is a book that I did buy in Tucson, and that is City of Thieves by David Benioff. And this is a World War II historical fiction book, and I believe it is about 2 friends who are tasked with the mission to find eggs. That's all I remember from what people were saying, but that's kind of a big thing. So yeah, I'm interested in it. I'm definitely getting way more into historical fiction right now. I've really enjoyed a bunch of historical fiction that I've read lately, so I want to give this one a try. It's a little shorter, so I think I can get through it pretty quickly, but it's been on my shelf for more than 3 years. This next one I also got in Tucson, and that is I've Got Your Number by Sophie Kinsella, and I love Sophie Kinsella. I love all of the books that I've read from her so far, so this is just another one that I would like to read. Her books are not books that I hang on to. I read them, I enjoy them, and then I unhaul them. I don't really feel the need to hang on to any of them, but yeah, I've heard good things about this one, but this is about 2 people whose phones accidentally get switched, and so they end up being in contact that way and form a relationship that way. So I've heard really good things about it. I'm excited to read it and see what it's all about. I think it's going to be a cute contemporary. This next one I've had for a very long time as well. I think I got it in Tucson. I didn't get it at Bookman's because there's no numbers written in the inside. That's how I know if I got something at Bookman's. But this one is called A Long Way Gone, and this is by Ishmael Bia. This is a nonfiction book about Ishmael's upbringing in Africa, and he was being trained to be a boy soldier, and then he ended up making his escape and he moved to America, and he is now like a scholar. He's very, very smart, very intelligent, and he got like an Ivy League education, so he had a lot of really good opportunities when he came over here. So I've really been interested in his story, and then I read recently, he was part of an anthology that I read a couple of years ago, or maybe it was last year, and his writing was beautiful in that anthology. So I really definitely made me want to read this even more because just his writing was very poetic and very flowy and all that good stuff. So I definitely want to read this one. Again, it's another short one, but I'm really interested in his story. All right, this next one, it was the first one I picked up because I knew it was something that I was going to read and then unhaul after I was done reading it. And this one is one that I bought here, but I bought it a couple years ago, but that's Dreamland by Sarah Dessen. And Sarah Dessen is definitely an author that I'm not quite sure about yet. So I've read 2 of her books so far, and both of them were 3-star reads for me, like they were fine. And so I'm going to read this one and see what I think, and we'll just kind of go from there. I'm not 100% sure about Sarah Dessen, though. I don't think I'm going to purchase any more of her books. I think if there's any books out there by her that I want to give a try, I'll just get them from the library. But we'll see how this one goes. All right, and this last one is another one that I bought in Tucson, and that is Ghosts of Manhattan. This is written by Douglas Brunt. This is a political thriller. I bought this because Douglas Brunt is married to Megyn Kelly, and I love Megyn Kelly. So that's kind of the reason. She talked about his book on one of her shows, and it made me go and pick it up. But it is supposed to be like a political thriller type thing where there's like underground societies and, you know, stuff like that. So I think it'll be good. I hope it'll be good. It's not very long, so I really hope I enjoy it. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, guys, those are 7 books that I'm going to be concentrating on for the Unhaulathon, which is the first 2 weeks in August. And I'm excited to see if I can get through some of these and see how many I can get through. I do have other reading plans, obviously, in the month of August, but I'm just going to keep these on my nightstand and try to pick one up, you know, as often as I can. All right, let me know down below if you guys are going to be participating as well. And like I said, I will leave all the links for the BookTube channels and for the Twitter page for the Unhaulathon if you guys want to go and check out all the information. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you again soon. Bye.